Today I got the notification that I will be starting my new job soon, which is great. The drawback is that because I have another job, I have another obligation, they won't start me at the shift lead position, the managerial role. I'm just going to be a standard employee with a promise of promotion. Basically, if I meet the criteria within, I assume, the first month of my training, I will be moved up. Now, the catch to that, not only do I have to meet the qualifications, which I will, but I will have to free up my other job. So, I'm faced with a decision. I can either take this job and just do the base team member work and still have my other job, or I can quit my night job and do this not just full time, but like I assume overtime hours as well. But do this new job and have the managerial role. Now, this is a really hard decision that I've already made my mind up on. And trying to make a really hard decision like this is it's brutal. It's very brutal, especially given my circumstances. I really want this managerial position. I want it because I know I'm qualified for it. I know I have what it takes. But I also really want to keep my second job, mainly because I've been working there for 2 years and I just feel very connected with the place. And I don't know how to tell my boss that I'm gonna have to put in my 2 weeks soon. I'm not like friends with my boss, but it's still like there's a level of respect that I have with him that I don't really have I never really had with another boss. When I when I went in yesterday talking about it with another coworker, talking about how I'm looking at this new job prospect and I'm hoping I can see something out of it. And I told them that I probably have to decrease my hours there as much, even further, because I had already decreased my hours so much from like 40 to 15. So I I feel bad, but I also have to understand that taking this new job and being promoted to shift lead and getting the pay increase and getting the title and getting my foot in the door for further growth opportunities, I know that that's the objectively correct path to take. Especially because at Papa John's, my second job, I'm not there's it's not I don't want to say it's a dead end job, but I mean I'm not moving up in the company. I'm not gonna become a manager. I could become a manager. I could become a GM very easily. That's not even like a qualification kind of thing. It's just very easy to do that within pizza. But I would be losing a lot more time to myself and also be making a lot less money than just driving, doing the deliveries. So I never wanted to move up in the company like that. But at this new job, I definitely have what it takes. I have the motivation, and honestly, the pay is kind of there. Making a decision like this, it's really brutal. But there's certain ways to try and get through the decision making process because I'm gonna keep using this as an example. I was going back and forth in my head thinking about the pros and cons of quitting my job to allow myself to have more time for this other job. And yes, I see myself making more money this way. Yes, I do see myself having more free time this way, or at least having less segmented time. Currently, I'm either at my house, at job number one, at job number two, or like the gym, and this would just be removing one of those locations. Um, so not only I think I would be saving money on gas because obviously I wouldn't be spending my gas tank every 2 to 3 days. I have to fill up my car every 2 to 3 days because I do deliveries. And I make money on my gas, so I'm not losing any money doing that. It's just I would I would make less money in the short term, but I would be not my the wear and tear on my car would be a lot less. And I was thinking about maybe trying to just be like a call in like I call like a hey, do you need someone tonight if I'm available? And then I would go in and help, or like maybe in the mornings that I don't have my days scheduled, or just on Sundays because Chick-fil-A isn't open on Sundays. Um, but I'll definitely like think about it. But for right now, I'm thinking I would just quit and put in my 2 weeks. Unless, cause how it works is I have to work Friday, Saturday on at Papa John's. I have to work those days. I'm sure if I talked with my boss about it, I could maybe see something. Maybe me and him can work something out. Um, but to my current understanding, since I haven't talked with him about it, I would have to put in my 2 weeks. And I don't want to. Again, I really don't want to because I like the job, I like the people, I like everything about it. It's very nice. I've been working there for 2 years. You know, it's very nice, like it's comfortable. I'm very comfortable there. But sometimes we have to make decisions and we have to do the things that we need to do in order to get the things that we want to do. You know, my dad tells me that quote all the time is you got to do what you need to do before you can do what you want to do. Take care of your needs before you take care of your wants. And however much I want to stay at Papa John's and stay as a driver and stay there and work my Friday nights, work my Saturday nights, you know, as much as I want to do that, I know realistically and for the longevity of my kind of career, I guess, I need to take this new opportunity. I need to take this step up. Not just a step forward, but a step up because this is like shift lead. This is a step towards management. This is a step towards like a corporate kind of thing. You know, this is a step upwards instead of a step sideways. You know, a lot of people my age they take jobs that are steps to the side. Like they'll do pizza someplace, and then they'll do like pizza delivery at a different place, or they're it's constantly entry level jobs. You know, and the job I'm looking at right now is not entry level. And this job leads to more jobs that are not entry level. You know, these are higher ranking positions than just you walk in, fill out an application, you get a notice within a week if you're hired or not. This is more sophisticated, it's more professional, and it's very important that I'm getting into these positions as early as I am now because I'm only 20 and that doesn't sound early, but I mean, it's earlier than a lot of other people because I imagine people coming out of college around like 21, 22, they're probably also still looking at entry level positions at whatever field they're in. Um, so as of current, I have a step up, you know, I have an opportunity to take a step up instead of continue moving side to side. I have an opportunity to move up, and that is kind of something I can't pass up on. You know, as much as I want to stay within the level of comfortability I am in now, I realistically cannot afford to do that. So I'm sure I'll think of something like maybe keeping my Sundays, keeping something day, and then being on call. Like I'll call in or something, but For the time being, I think I've come to a decision, um, and it's a hard one, and it does kind of hurt me a little bit, and I'm sure it's going to hurt my boss when I eventually tell him the news. But decision making is never easy, unless it's I know, not even. Decisions are always hard, and the best thing that we can do when trying to make a decision, especially something like this that can impact your future and impact your fiscal future, impact how much money you're making, how much time you're spending at home, how much for like time I have for my YouTube. Because I imagine if I'm not working two jobs, I'm probably going to be less fatigued and I can make more content and then grow my YouTube even more, you know? I just there's so many benefits that I kind of can't convince myself to outweigh them with the negatives, you know? The moral of this one is decisions are tricky, and sometimes it's okay to really give yourself time to weigh your options, look at all alternatives, see if you can problem solve your way out of a decision, which I think I'm going to end up doing. But always try and choose what you think will help you out the most in your future. Think about in 2, 4, 5 years' time, will this decision improve my quality of living? You know? Thank you.